Hit and run is a pretty serious charge in North Carolina, and the reason is that it carries some impact both with the courts, with the prosecutors, with law enforcement, with victims, and with DMV. And you'd be silly not to realize all those interactions. It can be as minor as a misdemeanor. It could be a minor fender bender and you drove off. It could be a felony where you have a duty as a citizen and someone driving, as someone just living in our society, to stop and render aid and assistance. And that's a pretty wide range, as you may understand. I don't say this in a judgmental way. I don't say this to be a jerk at all. In wrecks, there's a lot going on. People, the adrenaline gets moving. Maybe they don't realize they hit something, and sometimes it's just downright intentional and criminal in North Carolina in certain circumstances. It makes sense to talk with a lawyer. Now, I want to reassure you about something, and if you've seen any of our other videos, you'll see this pattern or trend. Is we keep secrets secret. We keep things confidential. I've had cases before where I represented somebody who did something really bad, and they didn't want anyone else to know, but they want to know what their legal options were. And our court system encourages you to speak with legal counsel, one, to provide you legal advice, and two, to seek counsel, to give you advice. It may be more than just your driver's license or the possibility of jail or probation. Maybe it's just what's the right thing to do. So if you call us and you say, I want to keep this confidential, and we just assume this from the outset, by the way, you don't even have to ask. We assume it's confidential, and we keep it confidential, and so I don't want you to be afraid of calling us and asking questions and saying, I did something potentially really awful. I may have hit somebody and killed them, I don't know. Can you get me information? We also may encourage you to, in certain circumstances, take responsibility. It just depends. Hit and run are the cases that I'm seeing more and more and more. I think the reason is because the consequences for driving while impaired or the injuries associated with wrecks are becoming more serious, and people they just don't want to be pulled over and call the police and then be charged with something what they perceive as even more serious. They just want to take their chances. We do this without judgment. I mean, I do have personal feelings about this. I'm a human being. I do worry at times why people do this and the reasoning behind it. But my job isn't to place judgment on you. My job is to represent you to the best of my ability and to explain to you your options and counsel you and figure out what we can do to help. All right? That's why our telephone number is 704-342-HELP. We're here to help you. They're complicated. They have a lot of moving parts. Hit and run may involve a charge of reckless driving. It may involve driving while license revoked or suspended. It may involve driving while impaired. It may involve a felony failure to render aid or some type of assault on a person using a vehicle. It may be assault with deadly weapon. It may be felonious assault. It may be manslaughter. It may be murder. Hit and runs it's like larceny cases. We see them with all kinds of different traffic matters, from very minor to very serious. Give us a ring. We're here to help.